Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode, the third episode of One Mic Conversations. I am Skittzo along with my mother.
Kay Sands.
And we're going to be discussing a bunch of different things today. Our picks from Thursday night, discuss some of the Thursday night game, our picks for today. The Giants are playing at this moment as we're recording. We also have Word of the Day. We're going to continue with the Goosebumps season and a couple other things, some other things. So you picked the Jags, and so did I.
Yes.
Against the Saints, and we were both right. The Jags are 5-2 now. The Saints are 3-4. Even though the Saints attempted to come back, the final score was 31-24. So you picked them, the Jags, and so did I. So what did you think of the game?
I thought it was pretty good. The Saints did play rather well, considering they hadn't seemed to be playing so great, but they really did play well.
David Carr looked very frustrated at times Thursday night. So, all right. We'll get into our picks in a few minutes. The word of the day for today from dictionary.com is concatenation. It means a series of interconnected or independent things or events. Concatenation. That's a very interesting long word that means a series of interconnected or independent things or events. That's a odd sounding word to me. So what did you think? So, Mom, what did you think of the Goosebumps episode, The Haunted Mask, the new one?
The new one, I didn't like it too much. I find it to be kind of eerie.
Yeah, do you think that the show is good? It's not your kind. Like it's mystery and all that stuff, but it's just not for you. Or do you like the mystery part of it, or do you not like any of it?
I don't care for it too much.
The whole thing, like what really? The mystery.
Some parts are okay, but some I just don't really like.
All right. Well, what was the part that you thought you just didn't? You just wanted to look away. What? Anything like that? Anything happened?
When that kid kept showing up.
What kid?
In the new one.
The one that turns to fire. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That is the mask one, right?
No. The haunted mask is the one that she put on, remember?
Yeah.
So, yeah, she put on the mask and it turned her face and it said, take it off. But it seems to be that this series of Goosebumps compared to the one 30 years ago, I thought it was on Fox or something like that, Fox Kids or something, I could be wrong. This seems to be a continuation with the same people going through the different things, what the different books are. You know, if you notice that back then they were all self-contained, but this seems to be they're all connected with each other. Like each person is going through something containing each book.
Yeah, and they seem a little bit older.
Yeah. The back then the kids seemed to be between junior high or first year in high school or something like that.
Maybe.
Like a junior high, like 10, 11, 12. You know what I mean?
Something like that.
Around there, 10, 11, 12, 13, like junior high, which is what, 6th to 8th?
Something, yeah.
And then high school, 9th to 12th. So it seems to be between like 7th, 8th grade, 9th and 10th grade, or 9th grade. That's what it seems to be.
Maybe 7, 8, 9, maybe something like that.
As I said before, we're also rewatching the one from 30 years ago. What did you think? Because the Haunted Mask one, that's the one we watched. We watched the original from 30 years ago. Well, the original, the first series that I'm aware of. The only other one I'm aware of. She was younger because I think in the new one they're older.
Yeah.
The special effects are different because the special effects are so much better now.
Yeah.
That it was much more better in the special effects department. And the one from years ago seemed to be much younger.
Yes.
And the mother, I thought sounded and looked like just like Shelley Long from Cheers.
Yeah, she did seem to sound like her.
But I looked it up. It wasn't her.
No.
It was someone else. I thought, to be honest, I thought the kid was from The Secret World of Alex Mack from back then, but it's not her, you know? So, I mean, it's a lot different compared to the two series, special effects wise, because of, you know, special effects and everything. So, but you don't like the spookiness, is that it?
Yeah, I don't like how some of it is. While watching the older ones doesn't seem so bad, right? You know, but the new ones are a bit more eerie, I think.
Yeah, well, the special effects are much better, you know, and it's Disney Plus, so they have more budget to make it more spookier than 30 years ago, you know.
Right.
The mask that they use is completely different.
It is.
It's completely different. The mask that they use is completely different. So, the next episode that we're gonna watch for the Goosebumps series is going to be, hold on, let me see, is episode 3, The Cuckoo Clock of Doom.
Oh, cool.
All right, that's the next one. So what do you think is going to happen in the next episode?
In the next episode,
The Cuckoo Clock of Doom.
Title, it got to be something that time-wise, maybe.
Like a time?
Yeah, time, like maybe they got a limited amount of time to do something, you know. I'm not sure what it's about, but it's a clock and doom and, you know.
Doom and gloom clock, basically.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the next episode is The Cuckoo Clock of Doom. We'll be talking and discussing that in the next episode, which should be most likely Wednesday. So, now a new thing that I wanted to add is that I have this dream book that I had gotten a few years ago, maybe longer, and they have all these things and what those dreams mean or could mean. So the first one we're gonna do, I had you pick something. I'm looking for it now. Okay, here it is. It's you picked, because I gave you the book, I said pick something, and you picked fall, which is I believe falling or the season, or I'm going to read it right now. So, fall. Dreams of falling are common and often signify that the dreamer has overachieved in some area, professional or emotional, in waking life. Falling from the top of a building denotes that there is more to be learned before the dreamer feels happy to accept a work promotion or elevated social position. To dream that you sustain a fall and are much frightened denotes that you will undergo some great struggle, but will eventually rise to honor and wealth. But if you are injured in the fall, you may encounter hardships and loss of friends. Well, there you have it.
How depressing.
That's what falling in your dream or fall means in your dreams.
Sure,
there.
You can fall, but don't get hurt.
Yeah, right. Well, that's in life too. Like, you know, fall. And so, so is that what you thought that it might entail? Because you picked the word, you didn't read it. You just pointed to the word, opened the book, pointed to the word, and said here.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure. I didn't know if it could be a good thing, because sometimes some words or dreams you have, you think they could be maybe a bad thing, but really turned out to be something good. So this has like something good about it and something not so good.
So this week, the House Speaker vote happened this week 3 times. What do you think about the fact that the Republicans haven't had a speaker yet?
I'm surprised. I would have thought by now they would have voted somebody in.
Yeah, so they ousted McCarthy a couple weeks ago. Jim Jordan was never going to get it. People don't like him, and I knew he wasn't going to get it. And he went to 3 votes. I think McCarthy went 15 votes, and I think it took 15 votes for him to get the House speakership. So the new person that they said that they want, I believe was it Tom Emmer? Yeah, Tom Emmer. It's Tom Emmer. Is it Emmer?
Could be however he pronounces his name.
Emmer, yeah, something like that. So let's see how much fighting and inside fighting there'll be. Apparently, I guess they took a vote privately, I thought, whether or not Jim Jordan should continue, and they voted for him not to continue, I guess, with going on to try to get the votes for speakership. So, well, of course, with everything going on with Israel and Gaza and Ukraine and Russia and all that stuff, the fact that the government cannot seem, and the Republicans seem to be doing this, it's just not good, because things need to be governed. America needs to be governed, and that needs to happen very quickly to where they figure whatever out and knock it off and just get back to it.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Also, a couple weeks ago, there was a return of late night with Jimmy Kimmel, Colbert, Fallon, Daily Show, and Bill Maher. He's not part of late night, but he is that type of talk show. He interviews guests and all that stuff. To be honest with you, I didn't really. Did you watch late night really?
Not really. Their monologue, I like that. When they have it before the show actually starts. I like that.
Before the interviews and all that.
Yeah, but I don't really watch late night that much. But if the monologue I happen to see, yeah, sometimes I find it interesting or funny or seeing what they're talking about.
Did you watch Johnny Carson back then?
Not really.
What about Leno?
Leno, yes, I've seen Leno.
Did you watch him more often than the other ones? Like full show or monologue?
Monologue, probably more, maybe a little bit of the show, but not a lot.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't alive when Carson. No, I was alive when Carson was there, but I was very young when Leno took over. Originally, Letterman I thought was supposed to take over, and I guess people said that he got screwed over and stuff.
Yeah, something like that. I thought I heard.
I'm gonna have to look into that one day and really talk about that too. I didn't really miss it so much. At first it sucks that it's not on, but then after 5 months it's like, you know what I mean? I wasn't like, oh my God, it's not on. No, still not on. I wasn't like that, and you don't really watch it anyway. So, but the one I didn't miss was Bill Maher, because real time, because they actually sit and talk. He used to have a show years ago called Politically Incorrect. I believe, if I remember correctly, it started on Comedy Central, then it went to ABC. Jimmy Kimmel, he did something or said something where they canceled the show, and he just went to HBO and basically did the same kind of show. Mm-hmm. So Jimmy Kimmel actually took over Bill Maher's spot on ABC with the cancellation of Politically Incorrect like 25 years ago. That's a show I think should have never been canceled. Did you ever watch Politically Correct? Did you ever catch it at all?
Not too much. I didn't like him too much.
What, Bill Maher?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he Politically Incorrect was him and 4 guests, whether they be politicians, actors, actresses, singers, whoever, authors, whatever. Mm-hmm. And he would sit, and there would be a topic, and they would all discuss it. And it was pretty good. I think they should bring that show back on regular television, and I think it should be probably maybe like a everyday an everyday show, and beyond like maybe like 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 or 10:30, or even 11, or whatever, or on every day Monday through Friday, and have it on like, I don't know, 4 o'clock. Put it in place of all these other talk shows. Like, if a talk show goes out that comes on around 1 or 2 in the afternoon, why not have that there so that people can see it, and have actors and actresses and all that stuff on it, and do it that way? I think it's an important show. I thought it was an important show. I enjoyed it back then. I thought it was great. And, I think it should be brought back on. I mean, even if you have it on like a Saturday night or Sunday night or Friday night or Sunday or Saturday or Sunday, maybe. But I think it should come back, and he could come back as host. And I think it's a great show. I think the show that he has is great because he actually interviews people. He has a monologue. He interviews one person. Then he interviews a couple of other people. And he has this CNN Overtime thing on CNN, I think. I think it's called Overtime. And the guest that he interviewed earlier, one-on-one, comes back and is now part of that 3-panel discussion thing. So I think I think it should come back to network television, or a half an hour show like that, or an hour. Even if he's not the host, get somebody that's very intelligent on topics and want to discuss it. So that's what I would do. I think it should come back on network television. And I think, he's done great in HBO. So, you know what time it is for now? What we haven't done yet in the show? What haven't we done yet?
The picks?
Yep, we haven't made our picks yet. Our NFL Sunday picks. Even though the Giants game is still on, like I said, I'm going to pick the Giants because Giants are my team, so I was doing that anyway. So I'm going to put that first. All right, so the other games, which I haven't even watched or went to look at. Let's see, NFL schedule. All right. Right here, NFL schedule. Here we go. Let's see. Sunday, October 22nd. Vegas at Chicago.
Chicago Bears.
I got the Bears, so do I. Okay. Cleveland at Indianapolis.
Cleveland.
You got the Browns again?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to go Indy. All right. Buffalo at New England.
Ooh. Buffalo, man. I thought they weren't doing too well. But,
no, Buffalo's good. They didn't do great last week, but the Buffalo Bills are good. Do you think they'll beat the Patriots or no? It's up to you. You can go by last game. Do you think they did good, bad? Your choice.
I'll take the Patriots.
Patriots?
Yeah.
I want to go Bills. All right. Washington, your Giants. We already did that.
Giants.
Yep, Giants. Atlanta at Tampa Bay.
Oh. I'm going to take Atlanta.
Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah.
Okay. I got the Bucks. All right. Detroit. Got the Lions versus Ravens.
Lions.
You got the Lions?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to go with the Lions also. Pittsburgh at Los Angeles. Rams. Wait. Yeah, it's the Rams.
Steelers.
All right. I'll take the Rams, and you got the Steelers. All right. Arizona at Seattle.
Seahawks.
So do I. Okay. Green Bay at Denver.
Broncos.
The Broncos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with them too. All right. Chargers at Kansas City.
Ooh. Chiefs.
That was KC. So do I. Miami at Philadelphia.
Miami.
So do I. I'm thinking Miami also. All right. Also, San Francisco on Monday night versus. All right, San Francisco versus Minnesota.
Let me see. San Francisco. I'll go with.
The Vikings or 49ers?
49ers.
49ers, so am I. All right. Here we go. You have Giants over Washington. You have the Bears beating the Raiders. The Browns beating Indy. Patriots beating Buffalo. Falcons beating the Bucks. You have the Lions beating Baltimore Ravens. You have the Steelers beating the Rams. You have the Seahawks beating the Cards. You have the Broncos beating the Packers. Kansas City beating the Chargers. You have Miami over the Eagles and 49ers over the Vikings. Are you happy with your picks, or would you like to change anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Do you enjoy picking the teams and then seeing what happens?
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else that you can think of to discuss today?
I don't think so.
All right. So, there you have it. There are our picks. We should have another show out on Wednesday, October. So today's the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. So I believe by October 25th, we should have another one out.
All right.
This is only a third episode. We're starting out, figuring things out as we go. And, yeah, so, all right. Yep. On Wednesday, we'll talk about our picks, talk about the games, and what else, comes up that we'll talk about as well. Thank you all for listening. This has been One Mic Conversations with Skittzo and my mother.
Kay Sands.
And we're out.